Hey beautiful beings, welcome to episode 3 of this new podcast series I call Deep Talk. It's good to be here again. It's good to be here. And yeah, I'm happy that you are here. Wherever you are right now, at whatever point in time you are right now, well, I send my love. I welcome you with love, 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 love. And yeah, if you have the time, or if you feel like it, I would invite you to feel into the field with me. And yeah, if you can, if you're not on tour or anything, take a deep breath and close your eyes and trust that whatever will come forward in the process of this, what we are doing is what is needed. And yeah, come home into your body, feel your body. And get comfortable so we can go on this journey together. This journey in the spirit, an inner journey, a deep dive. And I set the intention to bring forward what is most important right now, what is serving the highest good of all of you in the world, and also my highest good. So we are all in this together. And let's feel into this. Let's see where our journey, where we are traveling today. Traveling is an interesting word. Isn't it amazing that you can, you don't have to move to travel to places. You can be here at this point in time in your physical body and be at other places in your mind. Hopefully without dissociating so much. I mean, just feeling into this projecting thing, experimenting with it. Experimenting with projecting your consciousness to places. Well, of course, we have to be rooted. We have to be rooted when we start doing this. We really, really have to be rooted in our being. And but we can explore when we're in a state of when we're stable and we feel safe and held and grounded and everything, then we can start to explore and project. Interesting. I always think about astral projection. Well, I know I do it like every night, but there are a lot of moments when I feel like I can jump out of my body at like random moments in random moments over the day, you know. And of course, like when I'm really in the mood and I'm like in deep meditation, there are always these moments when I feel like, oof, my astral body is ready to jump. But yeah, at this point, my conscious mind is like, as soon as I realize it, it's like it stops. Something is, I don't know, there's still a little bit of fear around this. I can feel it. Well, but we're on the path, and it's okay to like have a little bit of fear and resistance with that. I mean, I can when I close my eyes, I can feel into places. Like, I don't know if that is remote viewing, but I can really, really feel into places. And I can also project myself there, but like really, when I don't know how to say it. I think there's a deeper state where one can really like move around, and yeah, I don't know, there's something deeper that is possible, but I'm just on the verge of discovering that, and it feels exciting. It feels exciting. There are always deeper states. There are always more things to explore. Like, you have these, I mean, you can travel outside of you, but you can travel inside of you, go explore your inner universe, as I call it. I love to call it my inner universe, and it's endless, like the universe itself. And the interesting thing is that it shapes and shifts, and it gets bigger and bigger. It's like the universe is getting bigger and bigger. And when I go into my inner room and I open these galaxies and worlds, and they are always expanding. It never looks the same. This is wild in a way, because for a long time it didn't look the same, but it was this familiar space that I went into, and I knew where everything was, and suddenly it was like like this tiny space where I was before expanded into like infinity, and it looked so different. And now it's really spacey, like it's really spacey, with a lot of portals and a lot of evolving galaxies, and it's simply a universe, an endless universe inside of you, inside of me, a universe inside of me. That is crazy. But it feels so cool. Oh my. Inner traveling. I love that. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. It's good to have an intention, though, to like know where you're going. But sometimes I'm like, I just feel into it and see what comes up, you know. Or I go in and I say, show me what I need to see, what is important at this moment in time, so I can understand things on a deeper level and feel them on a deeper level. Sometimes I rearrange a lot. Sometimes I get beamed to places that are just next level. Yeah, but this is really exciting. It feels very exciting to talk about this. I would love to know, do you travel? Like, did you already open your inner space? Do you have access to your inner state? Can you go inside and feel or see your inner universe? That would be very interesting to know. And if you're at the point where you're like, what is she talking about? I don't know about these inner universes, inner worlds, what's going on. Maybe you already like tapped into things, or maybe you did a shamanic journey. This is how I started. Maybe you did some kind of hypnosis session. That's also like a way to tap into these things, but it's possible to access and activate your inner universe, your inner world. And I know it takes courage at the beginning, because when we did not already look into things, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what will show itself. And sometimes it's when we just start to travel and to dive into our inner universe, we just start to do that, fear can come up. Well, I know that is what happened with me. There was this fear, like, oh my God, what am I going to see? What will be shown to me? And is it gonna be scary? Because I don't know, we all know we have some shadows we have to look at. We have some stories and there are all kinds of things, like in the universe and in this world and in ourselves. It's all a reflection of everything. So there's this what would I see? But at some point I just surrendered. I just surrendered to the process of this. I just let go. And it was the best feeling in the world. It was the best feeling in the world. And I saw things, like sometimes they were not comfortable, but when you surrender to what is shown to you, even if it is a big mushroom being that is like just sucking you into something, then sometimes it takes us somewhere, you know, because these worlds are exciting. They are exciting. And sometimes the darkest places are the places where there are these light keys. There are these keys of transformation. That is what I hear. So when you wander through your universe, and it can be a normal setting, like walking on grass over a big wide land, or in a mountain area. Maybe you're in a jungle on another day. Maybe it's all like there are all these parts of your universes, but there are also like portals into space. Maybe this is what happened with my inner universe. It's like a space theme now. There's like galaxies and planets, and the world I walked through before is like a tiny dot. It's so crazy when I think about it now, that I like traveled for at least 1.5 years through this setting that was still expanding. It was still growing, but it was more like a 2D card, like when you play a game or you look at the card of the land, and you see there are the mountains, and there's the ocean, and there's the jungle, and there are other places that are not unlocked already, but suddenly everything opened up, and there was this transformation and this opening to like the universe, like everything in the universe. I mean, there were portals in my world that were like shooting me places in other galaxies, or I don't know where I went, but I went somewhere. But now it's like flying through space, going there, doing this, doing that, like really being able to explore the universe itself. That feels so good. That feels so good. Interesting. With this said, I would love to encourage you to open your inner room, open your inner space. And like I said, you can start with doing guided journeys with experienced people that you trust, like I did. Or you can, I don't know, if you're like already in the meditation game and you feel confident and grounded and rooted, and you can go in, you can open that, you can do that. I feel that you can. That's a definite yes. So, inner universes, traveling through the universe. That is really, really cool. Well, and I hear that everything is accessible, like the inner world is reflecting the outer world. So when we thought about like traveling to Andromeda, like with our astral body, we can just go inside and travel there and access information and make connections this is also a big theme. These connections are a really, really big theme, especially right now, because what I see is that we are connecting and reconnecting all of these major systems in a way, and all of this is happening through these I call them energy highways, and they connect the whole universe, like the mycelium is connecting everything in the ground. These energy highways in the universe are connecting all the galaxies and all the stars and everything. And I hear that some connections were like destroyed, and some of them just needed to be reactivated, and they are reactivated like with a pure intention. There's I feel a lot of love. I feel a lot of love and a lot of gratefulness for these reactivations and these gateways and the energy highways that have been, they are re-established, but not in the old way. This is a new thing. This is a new thing that this is a higher vibing thing, I feel. Not, there were old connections and old highways, but these highways are stronger, and something about this has never been done before, but it worked. It seemed like it worked, and it worked. Yes, definitely. Okay. So, new connections, energy highways, transporting information in high speed, like within a second. You can download within a second, and you can transmit within a second, because that's what a lot of us do. We like collect information here and we send it to where it needs to go in, I don't know, some of our home stages. I call them home stages, or some universes we are connected to, or planets we are connected to, or beings we are connected to. We send information out, and we collect information, and there's this. Oh, this is good. This feels exciting. New information is stored into the earth field, or the akash, or whatever you want to call it. New information is stored here. Very, very important information. Very, very powerful codes. And it's like a new layer that, a new layer, like just a higher frequency than before, which is not erasing the old, but it's just stronger. It's just vibrating very, very strong information, new codes, fast downloads, there is something about sealing the information in, like when we do grid work, or we, I don't know, do our rituals or whatever we are doing. It's important to seal the information in. And this is a process that is like an ongoing process. It's like a never-ending flow of inflowing information, and it's flowing through the earth, and it's stored within. It's stored within, from the cosmos into the earth. And well, I see this big sun inside the earth, and it's shining very, very bright, and it's like a magnet for these cosmic frequencies, and they flow inside. But there's no such thing like too much. This sun can absorb endless information. It is so big. It is very big and very powerful. So there's a lot of room, like, to store information in this inner sun. A lot of room is there. There's a lot of room. Interesting. Interesting. And there is something about the inside has been cleansed. It is transformed. Everything is transmuted. And the gateways are open. The waves of the inner sun of the earth, or you can also transport the picture to your inner sun, your solar plexus. The waves from this inner sun are so strong that they transmute the earth from within. It's like a pulse that comes from within, and it emanates out. It emanates out to the surface, and at the surface it brings things in flow. Like it moves things. It moves the energy. These pulses from inside, they move the energy. And there is the mycelium, some kind of transmitter, transmitting these pulses like everywhere. Very potent ground, I hear. And the rhythm is a natural rhythm. It is a rhythm that is very, very good for the earth, it seems. Well, it's a rhythm that comes from within, so. And I hear that illumination is happening from within. Katat adrashandandem bjudana. Interesting. So this is good. This is good. That feels good. Feels like everything that needed to happen has happened, and the soil is ready and prepared and emitting the frequencies that it's supposed to emit at this point in time. And there's always more information that's flowing in, anchoring inside, flowing from the inside to the places where it needs to flow, needs to go. And the flow is free. It's free. Like it's a free flow. The energy can flow in a very good way, which is good. It's good. Inner Earth. Well, there was a lot of rebuilding and restructuring inside the earth. A lot had to be removed, and it has been removed. So there's room now. There's a lot of room now. And the impulses that emanate from this inner sun, they will shift everything. They will shift everything. Very strong impulses, very strong light that is emanating from within. This is very powerful. And the connection is the connection to the I don't know if it is the central sun, but this is what comes through. It's very strong. Saadadadandi duren badahas. Sa idren mi bahadan diane. La 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 la. Very strong. Oh, I feel this core is so stable, and it is regulated. It is stable and regulated in a very healthy way. Oh. And this is something that it's new. It's new stability, but it's good. Katat arahanana iba idrende. Katatanana atatanana. And I hear that you can always transport the picture that I'm painting of this inner sun and the earth to your own body, because it is a reflection. And yeah, so these connections, there are these new connections and some things that got reconnected and that worked, like it's established. The connection is rooted, deeply rooted within, and that is also very good. It feels very stable. And the information that is collected from all of us, like we all collect information. Some of us do other things, but we all do that in a way. And we send a lot of it up to the places where the information needs to go. And yeah, well, there's this library, this galactic library. JJ talks a lot about it. The galactic akashic records. A lot of the information is stored in there. Like this place that is constantly shifting and growing and expanding and evolving, and there's so many, like, this is a lot of shapes and forms, like holy geometry, constantly shifting, shaping, forming, adjusting, collecting and sending out. It's growing so big. It's growing so big because all of us store information there from the earth, and we also collect information, but we do it in a respectful way. Like, this is a good connection. It feels very healthy, and yeah, it feels good. So we are all sending information and impulses that shifts and gets restored, and this is like a always growing thing. Like, it's never, like, the universe is always growing and expanding. This library is also always growing and expanding. Yeah, but it is also, it has to do a pure heart is required to work with these records. A pure heart is required. There's access has only been granted through purity and having a pure heart. So this is a very, very sacred space, like very important. So connections. This connection is reestablished. It's strong. It's powerful. It was birthed out of pure love. So, there's a lot of gratitude from all of the beings that are like supporting this process. They are very, very grateful, and all the souls that's like all of you play a very big role in this. So important. And there's a special shout out to the hosts of these events that make all of these things possible, that hold the space for all of these things to happen. There's takes a lot of courage to like do all that and open all of these things up. And of course we are doing it all together, but this is something that's, how do I say that, has to be made for. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. Everything that has been done is this is huge. It feels huge. Oh my. Thank you. Thank you, all of you, and especially the hosts that do all of these things. Like, I know some of them, and they know. If they ever listen to this, they know. You know who you are, and that you're doing big things. Big things. And we're all helping. We're all doing big things. We're all doing big things. Yeah, I see that these connections. So this galactic library, the galactic akash, this is now accessible. And we talked about the purity of the heart, so you got that. And there are other systems and galaxies and I don't know, maybe even interdimensional spaces that are that have also been reconnected, but they are reconnected also in a healthy way. There's it has something to do with the inner sun that has been purged, and now only there's these, I can only say, pure connections. There are these pure connections that that merge with the earth, and you can also download information from there, from the galaxies and the planets and spaces and rooms in between that may be important for future events, and they will also be stored in this big inner sun that is an endless storage of information. This is painting a very beautiful picture. I see all of these connections and all of these big highways of energy transmitting information. Okay. I feel we're at a very good place. A lot of work has been done. A lot of work has been done. Okay. With these connections, these pure connections that have been established, there are new alliances. There are there are very powerful alliances. Very, very powerful. Very powerful. This is good. This feels so good. What else? Well, this was important. These new connections, like with these galaxies and in between the beings and the galaxies and the earth and this thing is like checked. It's like there's a green, like, how do you say that in English? In German it's an Haken. It's when you tuck things off your to-do list. This is like, this is done. This is done. This is done. Oh, I feel there are alliances that were never there before, that are so powerful. There's love and cooperating spirit and like a lot of love for this world. So much love for this world. My goodness. There's always something about, there's also something about widening the space, like these alliances that have been made in the metaphysical, they will also appear in the physical. So this will show within the next years, these changes and connections that have been reestablished and new connections that were established, that they will echo, they will create what we call the future. So but they are very strong. They are very strong, very, very powerful and strong connections. A lot of cooperation, a lot of just working together, exchanging information and well, Kadende du de na 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 ina. The spaces will grow also. Like if you are a host of these things and you make these big things possible, like you magnetize and you hold the space for these big things to happen, your space will grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. The momentum is so strong. Like this is very strong, and it's fueled by pure love. So this vortex is getting bigger and bigger, this vortex of the space that you create. It's very, very powerful. Very powerful. So there's a lot of growth. A lot of growth. A lot of expansion. A lot of new connections. And a connection of all of these spaces in the world. Very beautiful energies that come through. This feels good. This feels good. So, I hope that open yourself if you feel like it. Feel this feeling of unity and cooperation, working together, lifting each other up. This is good. This feels good. There is a lot of healing of relationships and relationships of all sorts. I feel powerful things that are being created, that have already been created in the metaphysical, that will be anchored in within the next month, year. Powerful connections. Oh my. I hope you can feel this. I would love to know if you feel like sharing. I would love to know. So, is there something else that is important? I feel we're good. We're good. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful souls. I love you. I love you. And I'm so, so thankful that we are doing this together. Let's see what we are going to explore next time. Bye.